Hey, what's up, everyone? Rob Coates here. I hope you all had a very good Christmas. I sure did. And if you didn't have a good Christmas, I hope that 2026 is your year and you get all the wins that you could possibly get. Um, so I wanted to talk about something that I heard last week said by Crystal Ball over at Breaking Point. Shout out to Breaking Points. um, Crystal and Sagar and the rest of their crew. I like what they do over there. But I was listening to them about a week and a half ago, and 2 weeks, whenever. Um, and they've done some pretty good coverage of the Epstein saga, if you will. Excuse me. And you can hear the same thing said 100 times or 99 times, and then on 100th time, once you heard it said in a different way, it just hits a different chord. It strikes a different match, if you will, and really gets the flame going. And I heard Crystal say, she said something along the lines of the cognitive dissonance that MAGA has shown with Trump alongside Epstein is amazing. Something along those lines. I don't know the exact quote. I only heard her say it once. I didn't like replay it or anything, but or document it or anything like that. But she really hit it right on the head with like for me at least with that because I don't know if I'm more disappointed. I think I've come to the point where I'm more disappointed in myself for missing this as opposed to um, just Trump and his actions if he's guilty of these things with underage girls and either way the cover up is enough to bring disgust to my taste buds. um it's fishy. The cover up first, we're going to release the Epstein files, and then we give all these influencers the binders. Here's phase one. Phase two is on the way. There's more to come. Pam Bondi, the files are on my desk. And then a couple weeks later, month later, whenever, there are no files. What are you talking about? There are no files. This is a Democrat hoax. And you're stupid for even believing this. And then it turns into, oh, we're gonna so and then it turns to, we're gonna, there are files but we're not gonna release them. And then they, Thomas Massey and all these people, yeah, they push to get these files released, and now we have them. Shout out to Thomas Massey, Rokana, Margie Taylor Greene, all the people that push to get these files released. They get released, but they're heavily redacted. And it's just to go back to Crystal's quote with the cognitive dissonance thing. It's just like I see these videos popping up. I see these photos popping up. And it's just like, how the hell did I miss this? And I shit on people like Jake Tapper a lot, for not telling the American people the truth about Biden's senility, excuse me, him being out of his fucking mind. He's not there. You know, I shit on people like Jake Tapper and all these other legacy media heads for not even bringing that up. Like that was the most important thing to me, was the fact that our president was in cognitive decline. Like, what, there was no other story to be told. Like, we should have, at that point, I thought at some point Kamala would have been put into the presidency just because Biden had to step down, and that's how we were going to get our first female president, which I think would have gave her a leg up into the next race, because then the liberals would have had a little bit more push behind them, like, well, you can't just give her only 1 year or only 2 year, because Biden only made it halfway through his presidency. I didn't even think he was going to make it through his full presidency. But with people in the legacy media just ignoring or calling you a far right conspiracy theorist for saying that Biden was out of his mind, it was like, how could you people lie? How could you people miss this? Are you not watching the same screen I am when he's bumbling over his words, when he's tripping over things and and falling off of his bicycle? How do you not catch that? I clearly you do because you're a smart guy or gal. So now I feel like you're lying, and it's just like, holy shit, am I Jake Tapper? Am I one of these people? Like I you could pull up the tweets. There are times where I've went to bat for Trump. Shout out to Carmine, the my liberal troll, if you will. I say that endearingly, but she used to say all the time, "How could you support this guy?" Or I'll, like every other right wing account will be posting about some nasty story about someone that abused a minor in some way and saying how horrible this is, and here comes Carmine, but you support Trump. And you'll see me reply to Carmine many a times. I truly don't think. Get out of here with that Trump's, essay. That kind of person, the person that takes advantage of. Get out of here. I didn't believe it, and like I said, these are all allegations at this point, allegedly. I don't know what's up, what's down. I don't know if he had anything to do with these minors. It looks nasty though. The things I'm seeing coming out, the things you're seeing coming out, it all looks nasty. But so it's just like, how could we shit on all these other pedophiles and miss Trump, and that's what Carmine's biggest point was, and I truly didn't think, I think I got so caught up in defending everything else, like the whataboutism is a huge thing. Like, Trump is X. Well, what about Biden is Y? And it's easy to shit on the guy in office at time, you know. But yeah, I think I got caught up in the whataboutism. I think I got caught up in the whole, uh, yeah, it's just a mess. I'm very disappointed with the photos and the videos and the weird letters that they released, the birthday letter where he's saying all these weird things, and in the drawings, in the it's just all nasty. It's just all nasty. It stinks to high heaven, and it doesn't look good for our sitting president. And like some of this stuff is released post voting for him, and some of this stuff is just common knowledge. And it's just like, as far as the common knowledge stuff goes, I don't know how the hell I missed this. I mean, I probably wouldn't have voted at all. I say it all the time. I think Kamala was way worse of a choice than Trump. And that's even, it's just like, we've got a serious problem with the options that we're given as far as president electees. Like, this is just nuts. Like, I can't believe we got the Epstein file guy, versus the wacky lady that can't put a full sentence together. Like, these are our options. And yeah, I'm just disappointed with the whole process, the whole that just everything. Yeah, and as far as like these accounts, I'll include myself in there, but I'm a small account. As far as these large accounts that have gained hundreds of thousands and millions of followers off of exposing, harm done to children or whatever the case is, and you're not talking about this, like your credibility is blown. And to a certain degree, I feel like my credibility is blown for even pushing this guy. But at least I'm willing to look at the shit and say, oh, this doesn't look good. Oh no. Oh, in like reverse course in an honest fashion. I truly didn't believe these allegations, and now, like with the things I'm seeing, I do. I must say, I'm leaning more towards it looks nasty. He looks guilty, especially when you just see the way he handled it afterwards. I mean, it's just you want to talk about the worst reaction you could possibly have. I mean, calling your supporters stupid and calling it a Democrat hoax and all these other things. Like, talk about the worst reaction you could possibly, like, talk about looking guilty. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in just the whole goddamn thing. It's all a mess. And this election was an important one. I feel like Trump needed to win because this country needed to be pushed to the right a little bit. I think culturally we were headed down a nasty path with this country. Um, so Trump definitely like hit the needle with the culture war, and we could potentially swing the pendulum a little bit more to the right and try to center off a little bit. But now this guy's been so reckless with this presidency. We're headed back to the left, and we're going so damn left. We're going off the rails. I'm just warning you right now. 2028, we're getting a blue president, and he's probably going to be, he or she is going to be so far to the left. It's going to be insane. And Trump and his base and their radical way of handling things is to blame for that. I'm not saying I'm going to support this next radical left president, but you mark my words. This next election, they're going to take back the House in 2026. That's for sure. The left, and 2028, you get ready for the blue wave, because yeah, we fucked this up. We fucked this opportunity all the way up. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to shout out Crystal Ball for that, because it was truly a cognitive dissonance. It's like I had a blind spot. That's what she said. She said something about a blind spot, and it was truly, shame on me, a blind spot. Like I don't know how I missed this, or how I avoided this, or didn't take heed to this. It was right there. I mean, there's the Netflix documentaries. I just truly thought the best of him. I don't know why. I don't know why. Call me a fool. Call me stupid. Whatever. I've been called all those things. But I truly didn't think that. And like I said, you could search my page. I've said this in text form leading up to the election. I truly don't think Trump's that kind of guy. If you type in that phrase right there on my X page, you'll probably see a reply or a tweet where I say something along those lines, where I truly don't think Trump is that kind of guy. And now these videos are popping up, these photos are popping up, and it looks nasty. It stinks to high heavens. And I'm not going to sit up here and defend that kind of stuff. I'm not going to sit up here and support that kind of stuff. I'm always going to wish the best for my president, because the best for or the best for the country. So if he's making positive moves for the country, that's good. That's good. Same when Biden was in office. If he was, if the little bit of positive things he did, that's good. Good for him. But as far as this net, I can't stand behind someone that, with all of this going on, and I haven't even gotten into the war thing. I just wanted to focus on the Epstein thing for today, and myself. So yeah, that's about it. Shout out once again to Crystal Ball and the whole Breaking Points staff, my boy Sagar. Yeah. Um, we'll leave it at that for today. I hope everyone has a happy new year, and I'll see you next time.